Greetings and salutations, people. What's going on? It's me. So you know what time it is. Hold on a minute. Let me check. Sure everything's good. Alright, let's rock and roll. Like today's video, what I want to give you guys. Oh, but first let me do this. I want to shout out to all my haters on YouTube. You say haters, as they say. I want to shout out to all the people who talk behind my back about doing this. All you people on YouTube writing your little crybaby comments, doing that. You know what you do. I gotta shout y'all guys out, because without you guys, I wouldn't stay motivated. So do your job, stay on your game, keep me on my game. So that being said, I'm gonna talk today about why Mitt Romney, aka Mittens, why Mittens took second place. Alternatively, you can say why this is why Obama took first. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about why Mittens was so, and a lot of you people were so shocked at why Obama ran for another term, especially in an economy like this. Because it's rarely in an economy like this that a sitting president gets a chance to get another 4 years. So Mittens must have really sucked, you would think, if he couldn't get elected. I mean, just remember Jimmy Carter. But I digress. Let me go in. First of all, there's a new coalition going on. You know, the blacks, the Latinos, women, young white kids, and surprisingly, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. There's a lot more white, older men, middle-aged older men that voted for Obama than you really think. They ain't reporting on that. But that's one group. Now, there's the 47% comment, which we all know what he said, which, hey, he might be right. I'm not going to disagree, because I know that number is high, 47%. I would say maybe 20 to 30%, because there are just people there, no matter what, want shit given to them. I agree with that comment. I agree with the percentages. For me, is too high. And if I was running for office, maybe I wouldn't have said that. I would have said maybe, look, there are people out there who want stuff given to them. And that's no lie. There's people who want to sit on their back and not do nothing, except pop out a kid or run from ones that they make. So that 47% comment really killed him. Okay, that's another one. Number 3, the wackos in the Tea Party. The ones that you can't go left or right. You got to just go their center way and just keep rocking and rolling. Those wackos killed them because they were unrealistic and didn't want to do nothing to work with nobody. And I should have put this. I put this in a coalition, but this is also could be a separate topic of women's issues in general. So those 5 things really killed him. I mean, he kind of did it himself after that 47% comment, but other than that, he was on a roll. So let me go in now. The new coalition. It's African, like I said, African Americans, Latinos, young people, women, people from different religions, races, and I hate to tell you this. I mean, it's more white middle-aged males than what you would think. Now, Bill O'Reilly's crying and whining and saying it's loss of traditional America. Well, unfortunately, traditional America to Bill O'Reilly is older white men in charge, not giving the power down and just throwing inheritance, or like nepotism with the power, where so-and-so gets it and so-and-so gets it. Well, in America, unfortunately, you're not really an American if you don't believe that bring your whole masses and all that stuff. Remember that on the Statue of Liberty? Like, we all want to be Americans until something happens. It's like a joke me and my friends have. And I'm going to say this, you may get mad at me, but it's the truth. As far as Obama, there's people who don't like Obama for his policies. I can respect that. But I also respect people who tell you that if they don't like black people, that's why they don't like Obama. I respect that in itself, because why? If you don't like black people, I respect you for telling it, because at least you said it, and at least you stuck by it. I mean, I not agree with what you say, at least you said it. It's the people, and I work with these type of people, so I know. So I don't care if you take offense to what I'm going to say, because if you don't know me, say something to me. But it's the people who don't like black people, or the ones who seem cool with you, until it's like you can be friends with them, you just can't be the president. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that happened. Like the day after the election at my job, I'm gonna say this at my job. This was what day of the. I mean, it was kind of stereotypical. All the blacks were all jumping up and down. Most of the blacks were, jumping. And most of the whites were like, it was like a funeral. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is what really happened. This is what I've seen with my own too. Now, me, I kept it in the middle. I was like, I know he's a politician, so it ain't gonna be hooping and hollering. But the loss of traditional America, a lot of these folks, they don't really believe in the ideals of America, because what they see in America, they see more opening up to minorities of all ranges. Like, they're not grasping their power. Look down south. Look like say, look at Florida. Look at Miami, for example. It's nothing but Cubans or Hispanics, and like they don't like that. Like let me put this: they overran Georgia, it'd be a problem in Georgia, because they would make it a problem in Georgia. Look at certain cities that are black dominated. Look at certain cities that are maybe Hispanic, that are dominated by Hispanics. Look at all these cities. It's like there's a changing guard in America, and like the people in power ain't really too happy that this is changing. And everything that they've done to suppress this power, it's not really working anymore, because people are getting theirs on their own. This internet thing, it's a wonderful tool. You could use that. Now, even though Romney got high marks for like the economy and everything, I just don't think a lot of people like the young people. I don't think a lot of young people could relate to Romney. I really can't relate to Romney in an aspect of the way he was kind of talking high and mighty to people. Like, I may I'm talking high and mighty. At the end of the day, a lot of people get the message I'm trying to relate to them. Like, I'll go out and I'll tell people, like, if I know people who are lazy bastards, I'll tell them to their face they're lazy. Why don't you? And but I may say that, but at the same time, I give them solutions. I just don't say, hey, you a lazy bastard, and walk away. I say, why don't you do this? I give you viable solutions to get off your lazy ass. Now, I'm going to talk about this 47%. He said, like the 47% of people, aren't willing to do whatever. Like, basically said you're all lazy and don't want to take responsibility. Now, that 47% comment, I don't agree with the percentage. I agree with the comment. Now, let me say this. There are people who everybody knows who just want the government to give them shit. And here's FYI, people. It don't matter who's in office. If it's the Republicans or Democrats, they still give these people the same percentage. They still give it to them. That's why really their vote, I wash that away. Because whoever's in office will give them whatever they want, and they got their vote. Now, when you make a statement like that, you should expect to deal with like, you affect the 47%. 47% is like people like maybe me. A lot of working poor, a lot of middle class, a lot of upper middle class, a lot of middle class on down. The whole middle class, you kind of swiped a little at that 47%. Because basically, I have to work for what I get, and I had no problem with that because it was inbred in me to work. If you want something, you got to work for it. So it's ingrained in me. That's what I teach my kids. That's what we teach our kids. That's what we teach everybody. But you have to expect to alienate voters off for that alone. Like, some people may not get mad. Like, I really didn't get mad at the comment he made, because a lot of people feel that way. Even people like me feel that way. Like I said, I'm just shocked that he just went 47%. He should have said something like 20, maybe. Like, I think 20% of Americans just want government give them shit. It's real. You see it yourself. I mean, how do you how does the average Joe, or how does Joe Schmo feel whenever you're lumping him in with like somebody who really doesn't want to work? Meanwhile, he's busting his ass at a factory, doing fucking 16-hour shifts, and you just lump him in. How's he going to feel? Now, I'm going to talk about the wackos in the Tea Party. The problem is the mainstream Republican leadership has to get rid of them, has to try to talk to them, or you got to go out to the voters and say, hey, this ain't going to work. These are the people who will ruin it. If you can't corral the wackos in the Tea Party, don't expect like the next election and election after that, expect these same results. You got to have some type of negotiations, because let me tell you, these Tea Party, these motherfuckers are wackos, like for real. Like they're talking about seceding from the union, like individual states seceding from the union, like getting out of the union. Now, I have no problem with your right to vote and right to speak. You can say whatever you want and you can vote for that. At the end of the day, where are you going to go? Hell, how about this for you, Texas? How about we give you guys back to Mexico? And then you deal with that Ciudad Juarez, that Tijuana, and all the other bullshit they dealing with down there. Like I said, the grass is greener on this side. Don't bitch about it. Could be worse. You could be living in New Jersey or fucking Indiana or something like that. But most of the people of color like I view the Tea Party as, I'm gonna keep it real. Now people are gonna get mad at me. They're like they say hidden codes. They're really not really the people. For anybody of color joining the Tea Party, you're fucking crazier than the wackos in the Tea Party, because they say subtle hidden messages. They say stuff like, "Oh, he's a Muslim." No, Obama is not a Muslim. He's a Christian. They say, "Oh, he doesn't have a birth certificate." Well, he has a birth certificate apparently because he got a driver's license. He showed somebody something. He got a voter's card. He got something. And here's what kills me about the Tea Party: these same wackos, and they're going to tell you that, oh, we don't hate races. We're not pro white. We're not pro black. We're just pro America. No, you're not. Because where were you wackos when Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was in the Nazi youth camps, like the Nazi youth Boy Scouts, so he was in it. Like, he apologized. Basically apologized right before he became governor. But when he became governor of California, none of y'all protested. None of y'all went left to center. None of y'all, I never seen none of these Tea Party wackos protesting Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he was a Nazi. So that leads me to believe you can be a Nazi and say you're sorry. But if if you were a Nazi and your parents are Nazis and Nazis know what they've done, you can be a Nazi and say you're sorry and grope women and all that. It's cool.
Great guy. He always tells